Hello, everyone. This is our latest edition of Shoot the Shit Saturday. It is I, Obsolete 2003. I am here with the big doof over here, Espionage DB7.
You're the biggest and the doofiest of all. And yes, it is I, the one, the only, Rocket Blast and
next. And we got Val here as well.
Hello.
And she is the one, the only...
Silence you.
Settle down.
And we also have Ring.
Who is the one, the only, Age of Empire... I hate you.
Anyways, so yes, we're here to talk about Shoot the Shits and anything that's on our minds, just current events in regards to whatever. We just want to kind of just... Oh, we got all of us together again, so we'll be able to...
Don't forget, it's a segment where we talk about nothing, talk about everything, and just basically get together and shoot the shit. That's what it is.
Yes. Anywho, so how's everyone doing?
Fantastic.
Awesome. Well, that was my response to her, but that's also doubles in my answer for how I'm doing. Because I'm doing awesome, and it's awesome that she's doing awesome.
And, well, by the time this posts, would have already been my birthday.
Yay!
So, yes.
The doof is 45 today.
Sure.
More or less, give or take a few. But yeah, in all seriousness, happy birthday, doof.
Thank you.
He's finally old enough to drink.
Sure.
I mean, it's sort of true.
Stop hurting yourself.
You could just say he's legal.
Yes, I'm old enough. Let's leave it at that.
It's like he's now I won't be able to watch ultra porn.
What?
From Grandpa Simpson, when something like I don't know, when he turned young, or there was some Treehouse of a horror episode where the old people turned young or something. It's like, oh, now I won't be able to watch ultra porn. I mean, I didn't imagine it.
Settle down.
Like, right? Like, isn't it when, like, you turn 60, you can watch ultra porn?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You're probably closer to that than we are.
Yeah.
I'm not 60 yet. I can't watch ultra porn. It kind of makes sense from, like, a biological standpoint. It's like, you know, when you get to that age, the human body doesn't get aroused the way it would, you know, because you've passed your sexual peak. So I would imagine that
escalated quickly.
I would imagine that you need, you know, a higher tier of pornographic incitement in order to.
This is not how I envision starting this episode of Shoot the Shit. You talking about old people and porn and hard-ons?
Well, I'm just saying that I think that older people need more incitement, so that ultra porn would not necessarily be a bad thing.
Does anyone else have any other topic to talk about?
Oh, Jesus.
Moving on from this topic.
That escalated very quickly.
Well, I don't know if any of you guys saw the new Stranding trailer, if I can say it right.
Is that the Norman Reedus thing?
Yes.
I did. I don't get it. It looks good, but it looks strange, and it's gonna be a PS4 exclusive, right?
Yep.
I hate you guys.
Is that like another zombie thing since Norman Reedus is from The Walking Dead?
It's like zombie sci-fi weirdness.
It'll be considered more along the lines of Cthulhu-like environment. Like much of military subterfuge. So.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Bill.
There's a game that I want to check out. I don't know if it's called like Upside Down, but it's like a Cthulhu-based game too, where like you start off in one world and like it's something that has to do with like the ocean, like a different realm, but Cthulhu or similar type of monster is in it. It looks pretty good.
Like Lovecraftian inspired.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Cthulhu commands you to kneel.
I just, when I was watching the preview, like it starts off like he looks like a detective, and it's based like in maybe between the 50s.
What's this called?
I I don't know if it's called Upside Down or something, but it's a new game that's coming out. And if you watch the trailer, he goes through a door and he's getting snatched by like this giant
I will
octopus demon
have
thing.
to look it up, and if and when I do find it, and by the time that if you're watching this video, I will try to have a link to said trailer in the description below. I'm sure we'll find it, and yeah, we'll put a link to the trailer in the comments, because actually this sounds interesting. I do want to see this myself.
If you have a PlayStation and you have PlayStation Plus, you will see it in one of the premieres, like the previews. The newer games are coming out.
Yeah, I know.
So that's how I found it.
I know which game you're talking about. I've seen the trailer, and it does look interesting.
Is that what it's called, Upside Down?
I don't recall, but it's very interesting.
Nobody knows. It's very interesting. Nobody knows the name of the damn game.
Well, it's like the name's
You
not
PlayStation
catchy,
people are all
but
the same.
the art style is like if you watch the trailer, it caught my attention. The name hasn't. I don't know if that makes any sense. It's
Yeah,
just
you
like,
fell in love at first sight. I didn't quite catch your name, but I couldn't help but gawk at your beauty from across the room.
oh,
I'm
look,
sorry, what was her
demon.
name again? What?
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 At any rate, I do want to say something.
What's up?
And no spoiler warning here because I'm not going to give spoilers, but I do want to say if you have not had the chance to go and check out the latest Godzilla movie, get the hell out and do it now, because holy crap, that was an awesome, badass movie. Got to see it tonight. I actually got to see it with the doof, and I was just blown away. It was just such a good movie. It was engaging from beginning to end for me, and I really loved it. So for sure that movie gets the Espionage DB7 seal of approval. Go see it, go check it out, and don't come back until you do. I'm just kidding.
Well, you can come back and tell us what you think of it. Just be mindful that everybody here except for Ring has seen that movie.
True, which is why we're not gonna go into more
And
detail.
I'm the one fucking guy who was actually excited to see it, and I'm delayed on seeing it. So
You'll get there, and we'll talk about it in depth when we do. When you do, I should say. But yeah, for sure. Definitely great movie. Go check it out. It was a lot of fun. Definitely one of those blockbuster hits. One thing I do want to say is I loved Avengers Endgame, and I actually enjoyed this movie more than Endgame. If that.
Yeah, I was just, I feel on my face when I was watching the movie. I could just feel this big grin on my face watching this movie, and there was just so many moments where it was just nostalgia from just a kid watching these Godzilla movies and seeing it in today's technology, and just the story on the big screen and the sound. It just blew me away. I had a lot of fun watching this movie.
For sure. How about you, Val? Got anything you want to bring up? Anything else?
No, I'm just here gaming. I've been playing Borderlands 2 a lot.
I saw that. Yeah, and it's a shame that we weren't able to continue, our combined playthrough. But of course, our schedules got all wonky, and I know your computer went on the fritz, so it's unfortunate we weren't able to continue our combined playthrough. But essentially, for anybody who's tuning in to kind of assuage confusion, yeah, we basically got two Borderlands 2 playthroughs going right now. We have one where me and Obs are playing, trying to complete the game, and then Val recently started fresh. The way you'll be able to differentiate for anybody who does tune in is the ones that is the Val playthrough. It'll be labeled as fresh start, Val plays Borderlands, and it'll have on the thumbnail Val plays, whereas obviously when me and Obs play, you'll see Obs and S play Borderlands. So
And I've been trying to refrain from streaming Days Gone because I know Obs has been doing that, so I'm trying to limit the double playthrough and the double streaming.
yeah,
But that's a really good game.
I've been hearing.
I did glitch on that game this last time I was playing it. It kind of
And I'm free.
on one of these
Free
playthroughs. I don't know. I did a stealth kill on one of the zombies, and I just happened to be standing next to a tree, and the the character was putting the machete behind his back just to sheath it, and then somehow I just lost control, and he started like free falling from 2 feet off the ground, and I was like, "What the hell's going on?"
And funnily enough, I actually tuned into your stream, Val, and I saw that you had a glitch where one of the brutes or behemoths or whatever.
Goliath.
Yeah,
the loot Goliath.
he glitched up in the sky as well. She couldn't loot it.
I did loot it.
Did you? I didn't see that.
I kept jumping and I got all the guns. I just didn't get the ammo, so I got tired of having to jump for this stuff. But I got the weapons. That's all that mattered to me.
No, I hadn't caught that, but yeah, I did catch the glitch. So you guys have been visited by the glitch goblin or whatever.
Yes.
And when I was playing today, when I was doing the mission before having to go, you know, when you have the fire goddess or the fire god with Lilith.
Yeah, the firehawk.
Yeah, the mission before that, I had to go kill. I forgot his name, but he was glitching too. Like he was running up the stairs. Like, is it Droll or something?
Isn't that the dude? Fucking the pyro guy. Remember that guy, right? Let's turn up the heat,
no,
Captain Flynn.
No, not that guy. You had to go get the echoes. Like there's 4 echoes you had to get, and it's kind of tells how Lilith and Roland got together.
I remember what part you're talking about, but I don't remember the name of the guy.
Yeah.
Newheim the Porter.
So yeah, that's the one he kept glitching. Just one. So I don't know what the issue is. I thought it was maybe my internet, but no. If I'm not the only one glitching, obviously. So PlayStation, get your shit together.
Indeed.
But I don't know. Days Gone. I'm liking it so far. I've actually have been able to sit down and play that game a little bit more, and I'm liking the game so far.
Other than your skydiving glitch, skydiving 4 feet off the ground.
Yeah. But I like the mechanics, I like the gameplay. It's a lot of stealth involved, unless you really want a bunch of zombies on your ass. But I'm liking it. I'll definitely keep consistent with that game.
So I got a question to ask you guys, and it's a question that comes from our channel mascot, Mr. Michael Coffey. He sent this to me as it being the shoot the shit question he wants to ask us, and I figure it kind of brought up a good point. Before I go into the question itself, for anybody who does enjoy our content and who does actually watch our videos, feel free to comment below on things that you'd like to ask us, things that you'd like to hear discussed, or just anything at all that you want to comment. Feel free to comment. Obviously, like, share, and subscribe, and all that jazz. But the question itself goes, and this is a simple one. Name your 3 favorite superheroes each of you like, enjoy, and why. So, I guess he's still on the, the whole superhero film trip, but he wants to know each of our favorite superheroes, our top 3, and why we like them. So, who wants to go first on that?
I guess I will.
Sure. Ladies first.
Okay. So, Wonder Woman. Okay. I feel like the female superheroes don't get enough recognition, and what really, I guess, caught my attention with her is. So there's an echo, so I do apologize.
You're coming perfectly fine on my end.
It is your end.
It's my okay. I don't know what to deal with.
Obsolete is echoing what she's saying. I say.
Well, as far as I know, we're hearing you guys just fine. But is it?
I know, but you're still echoing us.
No, sorry.
Basically, what got my full attention to her was the movie. I just thought she was really badass in the movie.
Wonder Woman was a really good movie.
So I just kind of went from there.
Who's second?
And the other two? I muted obviously, by the way, because of the echo.
Okay. Superman,
Okay.
because even though he has such tragedy, like losing his parents, his planet, he still tries his best to succeed, to save people. That's still pretty good.
Okay.
And I like Harley Quinn.
That's not a superhero. They can't hear us.
Harley Quinn is a superhero in her own way.
Yeah, she switches sides and later in the comics too, or rather in Injustice, where she finally ditches Joker and straightens
And
out.
I like the part where she ditches Joker.
She also banged Robin. Alright, so you're unmuted.
All right. Well, how about you go next, Ring?
Okay. My first one is probably Tony Stark. The MCU version, anyways. He's so, his tech is beyond all astounding, comprehension of what that is. But he has his own struggles with knowing what's going to happen. His conflict with the other heroes in Endgame, where he wants everybody to save everybody, but he doesn't want to lose his game. Lose what he's gained, rather. Let's see. I want to say also. I want to say Spider-Man, but the old animated version from the 90s.
It's a badass cartoon.
Full of jokes. But he's also somebody who everybody can relate to because he's the everyday hero. And in the newer MCU version, he is the same, where he is the everyday hero, the everyman's hero. And for the third one, I'm gonna say Captain America. He stays true to his values, no matter what or who does what to him. He is that kind of hero where where it's against everybody, he still sticks to what he believes in.
And he has America's ass.
That's it.
God.
All right, you're admitted.
Okay, so Obs is signaling for me to go, and I've been actually thinking about this while you guys went around the table. I will have to say, my top superhero, bar none, is Captain America. I've always loved what he represents, being in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, in the cartoons, in the comics, whatever. I've always loved the, selfless, altruistic nature of Captain America himself. Doesn't get much more badass than a superhero who originated, battling what many consider to be evil incarnate in the Nazis. So I think that is really an awesome origin. So bar none, Captain America is at the top of the list. The second, I'd have to say, is probably going to be Batman, just because I don't think there has ever been a better iteration of the troubled dark hero that's been done. There's been a lot of people that try to play, a lot of characters that try to play off of his archetype, but I think as far as like the troubled, torn hero that can be, almost an anti-hero at times, I think he's like the perfect archetype of that, the dark, brooding, troubled hero. I think he's so cool for that. I've seen his character get butchered in certain things, in certain media. I've seen him done right, I've seen him done wrong, but from my favorite versions of him are more the animated versions. You know, pretty much anything voiced by Kevin Conroy has always been awesome, be it in the newer DC movies or the classic Batman cartoons. I think he's an awesome character. And the third one, I've been thinking about this. I actually have, I don't know if I'd say, there's two that I'm kind of thinking about that are not the conventional superheroes. I don't even know if you'd consider them superheroes. As far as I know, superhero is somebody who has abilities that are not normal to people and are generally heroic, badasses, whatever. I'm actually debating for my third favorite between Judge Dredd and Darkman. And I don't know if you consider those superheroes because they technically don't have powers. I've read some of the Judge Dredd comics. I've been a fan of both the movies. There's recently an animated movie that I saw, which I think is why Judge Dredd was on the forefront of my mind. I've always been a fan of Judge Dredd. I've always liked the concept where, you know, there's so much crime in such a crime-infested city that, you know, they no longer had the time to go through the legal proceedings, that they basically made the judges police officers. They made them the street judges, and I thought that concept was cool as hell. Although he doesn't have any superpowers, so I don't know if you'd consider him a superhero. If you don't consider him a super... Go ahead.
I mean, that the premise of there's so much crime in Menace City 01 is actually proven to be a misnomer. The portion of the population and the amount of crime that's registered is actually very minuscule, that it rules the judges being ineffective or inefficient because the idea of being too much crime is proven false right away. Just to, you know,
okay.
shoot an argument in
Yeah,
face, yeah.
No, I get that, but I mean, I'm not talking about the lore itself. I'm talking about the character. You know, I think he's cool. In other words, he's actually got a pretty cool background, and if you've read the comics, this is one that I think this guy's even harder than Batman. Like, Batman has proven to be kind of cold and hard at times. This guy's even, you know, fucking colder and harder than Batman, to the point that his morals are unwavering no matter what. He will judge his own family to death if that's the penalty that's required, with unflinching, unwavering stoicism. So to me, that's pretty crazy, pretty hardcore and badass. The other one, Darkman. Has anybody here heard of Darkman or know of Darkman?
No.
No.
I've heard of it.
So Darkman is a character. He was a scientist. He gets his lab gets blown up. And because of it, he loses all feeling, all sensation of pain, which actually gives him almost not superhuman, but heightened levels of strength. Because, you know, a lot of times we hold back because of, you know, a pain reflex. So he has heightened levels of strength. He doesn't feel pain at all. So basically, the guy could get shot in the foot, and, you know, he wouldn't feel it. Plus, he also has the ability, because of his science, because he is a scientist, he was working on something that basically gives him the way to simulate human flesh in a way that he can pretty much wear anybody's face. In the explosion, his face and his body gets charred and burned up, and you know, he basically, you know, uses his I don't want to say shape-shifting, but his ability to basically adopt anybody's face to get revenge. It's a movie, but I do believe there is a comic book series out there, and I've always thought, I've watched the Darkman movies ever since I was a kid. I've always loved Darkman, so I consider him a superhero because of the fact that he does have an ability that's out of the ordinary. He doesn't feel pain. He has some heightened sense of strength. He has abnormal bouts of rage too. The explosion gave him this thing where he gets like this rage power.
For my three, does it have to be pure superheroes? It can also include supervillains, or that's going to be another category for another time.
Well, Val fucked that up by including what's her face?
Harley
so
Quinn.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Well, my number one's always been Gambit. I always liked him as the superhero. Just like the way he carried himself, just like the way he, especially his ability where he can pretty much just charge anything, especially with his cards, just the way he was.
Miss Michelle?
Yeah, I always had a thing for Rogue, at least in the X-Men cartoon back in the day on Fox. And maybe number 2 would be, well, if I can go both, if I can include villains, I would say Clayface. I've always liked Clayface. Again, back in the Batman cartoons, it's like the way. So I guess kind of similar to Dark Knight. You can just kind of shapeshift, do whatever you want, and then I just liked his ability. Just the way he was, his background, where he was kind of just like a struggling movie actor that was fading away, and he was using this kind of rejuvenate cream that they just kind of, it was almost like a Joker thing. But anyways, like I liked him, and I think the other one up there with Gambit to me would be the Apocalypse. Not the shitty movie X-Men Apocalypse movie, but like the cartoon Apocalypse. The dude's just a badass. And
there is no salvation from me. There can only be salvation through me.
Yeah, and just again, going back to my childhood, watching the X-Men cartoons on Fox, and there was, I think, a few episodes where all the X-Men were trying to, even Archangel, and it's like Apocalypse and the Four Horsemen. It's like, how more of a badass thing can he have aside from that? It's like, he's unstoppable. But those would be my 3.
Nice. Gotta admit, I was expecting you to say Wolverine, but I agree with Gambit. Gambit's always been a badass. He's definitely my favorite X-Men for sure.
And I'm upset because before the Disney Fox purchase, there was a Gambit movie in the works that just got shit canned with this merger going on. So that got scrapped. But yeah, so I guess that is our list, Mike. So if you have any other questions or comments or any other topics, feel free to let us know, or anyone else for that matter that's watching this video. If you have any topics you would like us to go over, definitely let us send us a message or leave us a comment in YouTube, and definitely we'll look into that. And
yeah.
So if nobody else has any other comments, I want to wrap up with something, but I'll let I'll give one pass around the table, so to speak. Anybody else have any last things they want to bring up before we wrap this up with something?
No.
No. All right, so as it's become sort of tradition around here on our Shoot Saturdays, we want to give a couple of shout-outs to a few things. I like the fact that we've been kind of shouting out indie games. You know, these are games that maybe a lot of people haven't heard of because they're not those whole, AAA, big games, and a lot of times they do have a lot of content and substance to offer. And I think it's a good, this is a good platform for us to kind of, give a shout-out to these games that maybe are not well known but yet deserve your attention. And the one that I want to do this week is a horror game called Pacify. Me and Obs actually picked this up on a whim. It was on sale for, I believe, $4.99 on Steam, and it's a fairly small and short game, and it's still going for $4.99 right now on Steam. It's developed by indie developer Sean Hitchcock, published by SKH Apps. And the premise of the game is really simple. You're paranormal investigators. You're you're sent into this Victorian era house to get information or capture the ghost that's haunting it. The way that you subdue this ghost is basically you have to burn eight dolls. It's 8 dolls that have the souls of people or children or something in them. The whole house is locked, so you have to find keys. Part of the challenge is finding the keys, unlocking all the doors, and then finding all of the dolls to burn. And each doll that you burn pisses her off further and further and makes her faster and faster. And it is actually a really, really fun game to get scared with your friends. It's a pretty awesome game. Again, it's only $5. It costs you less than freaking Happy Meal at McDonald's probably. So it's a really great pickup. It's a lot of fun. We've played it twice. I had a lot of fun both times. So definitely worth the check out. Another thing that I want to shout out is I want to give a shout out to when he was actually in our channel at one point, I asked him if he was Mufasa or Simba, because his channel, he just goes by the Lion King, and he said he was both. So I want to give a shout out to Mufasimba, actually the Lion King, who's a fellow YouTuber, fellow gaming YouTuber, and I will put a link to his channel in the description below. Got a lot of great videos, so be sure to check him out. He has tuned into a lot of our videos, and we do appreciate the support. Lion King, or as I've taken to calling Mufasimba. But at any rate, that's gonna do it from my end. If anybody else has anything else they want to bring up or shout out, more than welcome to. But I've said my piece.
Ring, you want to say anything?
I've been playing Age of Empires lately. The channel may have seen 1 or 2 videos. Obviously not performing that good lately, but you know, if you want to join on the and watch and stuff, that'll be good, because I'm starting to stream that. Even though today I was fucking 0 for 3, but whatever.
Yeah, we'll see when we can get another game with the 3 of us in for sure. I got another. So past couple times that me and Ops have played against Ring, because real-time strategy isn't my forte, at least. He's basically kicked our ass, but I have a new strategy I want to try out. So we'll see when the 3 of us can get together again for that.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we'll get together with that one for Age of Empires. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
And, for me, I have to say that I really did enjoy the Pacify game. So that it was a quick buy, impulse buy, but I don't regret it. I highly recommend that game.
Alright, so I think that'll just about do it, unless anybody else has anything else they want to add.
I just want to give a quick shout out to Mr. Plow for assisting us with this last game.
Yes.
So I know S kind of dropped the ball.
I kept fucking up and calling him his real name. Yes, S, I'm sorry. I am a horrible person, and blah blah blah.
You broke up.
You broke
but
up.
yes, I think that's gonna conclude this session of Shoot the Shit. So thanks for everyone who's tuning in. Be sure to like, share, or subscribe for our channel, and we'll definitely keep you updated with some new, fresh content.
And don't forget to settle down.
For sure. Never. Don't never
You settle down. All right, you settle down.
Face.
Settle down. Don't make me go over there.
Fight me, ho.
Wow.